So the talk today is going to be how to put AI to work for you before it's too late. Some of you in the audience are AI enthusiasts. Yes, I heard about those often. Like, I like AI and AI news and stuff like that. I want you to become an AI manager. You should manage AI. You should be winning your time back with this tool. Otherwise, it's useless. If you look at the AI news and you do nothing with it, it's useless to you. And you should be leading the future. I mean, Estonia is a great place for tech. This is what I heard. So basically, what happened is I made that choice to actually leverage all these AI tools because I was doing this stuff previously, not in 2022, but before. And it changed my life. I would have never guessed if you told me in 2022 in December, like, hey, next year you're actually going to be chilling in Thailand eating bugs. And I was like, what? But it's possible because I managed to win my time back. I don't have to do the 9 to 5. I could do a lot more, a lot easier. You can do too, because I'm going to teach you basically how to do it today. But yeah, that's how things changed in 1 year. So some of you might be asking at this point, who the hell is this guy? Who is he? It doesn't really matter who I am. What kind of matters is that I've been doing this stuff since 2019, before it was cool. So when I did my master's thesis on chatbot communication, people did not care about this stuff. Like, nobody cared about AI and whatever. But I knew where this was going. And this is why I tried to prepare before. And until now, I've been helping a lot of people around the world to understand these things and basically put AI to work. Let's go back one step and talk about the important things, because majority of you, I have this feeling that you think that AI is this ChatGPT talk, right? You talk to it and it talks back. We're not there anymore. We live in a time where we have these things called AI agents, which are basically AI systems that can do stuff. They can automate part of your work. And I'm going to show you how today, really simple stuff that works. But before, I'm kind of curious to know a bit in the audience, how many of you use AI every day? Raise your hand. Yeah, you should. Smart people. How many of you use more than one chatbot? So I know that all of you try ChatGPT, but how many of you use more than one? Yeah, good. I'm going to teach you how to use 6 of them at the same time, because you should. But this is important to understand, first of all. When we talk about AI, it's not ChatGPT chat. It's actually, these things do stuff for you. And we're going to talk about how we can transform our work with AI. Right, so I'm not gonna talk, I know I've been like on a few stages where bigger managers than me, important people talking about innovation, disruption, 2027. I don't do none of that. My clients just pay me to make more money with AI and save time with AI. So this is some things we don't do without AI anymore. And I just wanna show you, all right? So you know where we're at. It's not the future, it's actually now, and it's also a past since 1 year ago. One of the questions I get often from CEOs and stakeholders, there's a wall of text there. Don't try to read it. I'm gonna give you like a really quick summary of what they say there. You ever heard about Duolingo, right? You know the company, yeah? My mom uses it all the time to learn English, and it's not efficient at all. What you need to understand from this long, viral, controversial post is they don't hire people anymore. They're saying, we only hire people if you cannot automate the tasks. And I work in this field. I know we can automate a lot of stuff. Now, Duolingo said this, Klarna said this, Shopify said this, and there's hundreds more companies that I talk to. They don't say this on social media. They don't tell it to you. But they all think like this. This is stuff that you need to understand and know a bit. At least I try to be practical and grounded, all right? So if you hate me for that, that's fine. They want AI to do most of the job. And ideally, what I'm trying to do is get people to be AI enhanced, so they don't get fired again like it happened in December. This is my mission. Because that's the thing. I talked with one of my good friends in Belgium last year. He's a pretty big entrepreneur, and since 2020, at the end of 2023, he was telling me, like, if people don't use AI, I don't hire them anymore. Like, it's such a huge difference. So like, I knew that this was changing a lot, and I knew we had to do something about this to help the people, basically, So I'm going to show you right now. We're literally going to go into workflows. Some might say this is boring, but again, I tried to make this little 30 minutes they gave me super practical. So it's no theory, just like what we actually do. We're going to also have a bit of Q&A time at the end, but some of you, as I saw, you all raised your hand, so you use it every day. Some of this stuff you might already know it, that is great. If you don't know it, you can take a photo or ask me questions later or try out the tools. This is super important. This is the difference. I simply give you what works for me and other people, all right? Now, when we talk about web search, right? You go on Google and you look for stuff because you need to find information. We don't do that anymore. You have Perplexity for that. Or even ChatGPT, just go, instead of filtering through the jungle of articles out there and blogs, you just ask AI and it gives you the result, the answer to your question with the sources. How many of you use Perplexity? Yeah, a good amount. You should, because it's a great tool. I get this a lot from teams I work with to help them upskill, right? So I was like, well, I need to create presentations for my clients, slide decks and stuff like that. You think I'm gonna go on PowerPoint and waste half of my day with a blank page? I'm gonna go with tools like Gamma that you can also try for free if you wanted to. I give it the prompt, I give it some context, and it creates the slides for me like in, 5 minutes. I adjust them in another 10 minutes and I have my slides. And they look better because I'm a garbage designer, and Gamma knows how to help me with this. Okay, so definitely check it out if you need to do a lot of presentations and stuff like that. Other question I get is, and I see it all the time when we do task audits for employees, is like they need to do meeting minutes, meeting notes, meeting summaries, actionable key points and stuff like that, right? When I talk with my people, right, the people I work with, my business partners on, I'm not gonna just look at them and then take notes and then look up and then take notes and write down. Like, we don't do that anymore. I literally invite my AI assistants to join the session, and it's gonna give me the full transcript with business insights, with actionable next steps, summaries, whatever I might need is there. Like if a client comes back to you in 2 months and it says like, hey, we need to catch up on this because it didn't work, or something like, hey, I have the transcript where we talked 2 months ago. I know we never talked about this, so it's recorded. It's pretty great stuff. Again, all you have to do is try it out. There's multiple ones on the market. There's like Otter, Fireflies, Grain. It's up to you to choose which one you prefer the most, but you should definitely start using these things, because then you can take these transcripts, you can put them again into AI and get like project proposals or strategy summaries or stuff like that. This is how we do calls in a smarter, more AI leveraged way. Next step, when we have documents, because I think a lot of you work with documents, files, PDFs, right? You think I'm gonna go through 20 pages of PDF and read it like it's 2015? What? No, we don't do that anymore. I give it to AI, to tools, like free tools, like Notebook LM from Google, and I just talk to it. I ask it questions like, hey, are there legal trouble working with this US client if my company is located in Europe? Is there something I could keep in mind here to give better services to this person? Maybe I missed something, you know, like look at what they're proposing me. Does this make sense based on what we deliver? So you essentially get to talk with your documents. It does a lot more, Notebook LM, but again, my point is just to get you to try these things because they do make a huge difference. And this is how we currently work when we say about AI. Social media content. How many of you here are founders? Now let me ask another question. How many of you leverage social media for your company, for business? Very few of you. You're missing out on money, basically. You're missing out on leverage because you don't make content to attract clients from all around the world, business opportunities, connections. Like that's because of social media. That's how I got to talk in Las Vegas about AI last year. But it takes time to make social media content. And it's challenging sometimes, you know, because you have to put yourself out there. It's embarrassing. You have to practice. And it took way too much of my time in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. So then I developed systems for this. I literally built my agents to write stuff for me on social media, to do the research, check on good content writers and give me inspiration, help me cut my videos, help me create graphic design, you know, like templates and like images for my assets. So you have the tools right there. I'm gonna show you, by the way, the tool you see on the left, fancy little thing, that's no-code agents, basically. You can also build one of these yourselves today if you want to. I'll show you how later. You should do social media content. There's much easier ways to do it, and it's basically using AI, and you can save a lot of money by implementing these tools and systems. Even when I talk with the AI, like I'm not gonna spend 30 minutes writing the prompt, you know, like thinking, oh, what should I write? And because of course prompt engineering is super important. Yes, you should give it great instructions if you want great results, for sure. But I don't want to spend half an hour building a prompt, so there's a smarter, better way to do it. The best practices that OpenAI shares, that Anthropic shares, that Google shares, because they give you all this information for free on the internet, you give it to the AI and you ask it, can you build for me a power prompt to help me with my sales presentation session? With whatever you need to do, you just ask the AI to make the prompt for you. So you save time. And then I use this tool called TextBlade, which is simply keyboard shortcuts. You're seeing on the right how it works. So there's these tools out there called aggregators. There's multiple ones. There's like Monica, Poe.com, ChatHub, that you can try them, that essentially allow you to try out all the AIs on the market in one place. So that based on your prompt, you can see which one does the better job. You can compare them. I love this kind of style because like very dopamine driven. Some people get overwhelmed by it. You don't have to do it this way, but like it's a way to do it, and it's very cost efficient because I currently pay for all the AI tools out there and I spend way too much money on like AI stuff. But this costs you like I think $18 per month. So it's not even like $20 the standard plan of ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude. Right, so this is just one thing to try out. And then we kind of get to the meat of the conversation, which is AI employees. At the end of the day, yes, I'm showing you practical workflows, right, to do your work faster, better, smarter, but the business owners and companies I talk to, they want these ones here that actually do stuff. So whenever I need somebody to manage my emails, I kind of built a little email secretary to check them every hour and tell me what are the opportunities. This is not like huge enterprise stuff, you know, that you need 100 employees. Any one of you, if you're a single founder, you can just do these. If you're curious about these, again, like I share a lot of these like for free on the internet, or you can just let me know which one of those might be useful. I have a lot of them, but I wouldn't have all the spaces here on the slides. Try out, maybe write down somewhere, put it on your to-do list to do one AI experiment this week. One AI experiment where you figure out one of the issues you had, or maybe you got inspiration from these tools here, and you're going to say, I want to try to AI, you know, I want to see what tool could be useful for me here, at least to try out to see, can this be done by AI or should I keep it manual? Maybe I'm needed for this, you know, human input 100%, because this is how you get results that they compound, you know, in the long term. And the second step to this, once you wrote down the one thing you want to experiment with AI, is just share it with a human. Because whenever you are left in the void by yourself, you know, you wrote it and then you're going to forget about it because you have a busy day, I know that. So just tell it to a friend, tell it to your family, tell it to somebody in the audience, maybe next to you. It's an opportunity to connect. You're like, hey, I want to automate my outreach for LinkedIn. I don't know, whatever it is. It can be anything you have like now a topic to talk about, the person next to you. This is kind of how we do in Italy to connect with people. So try it out, you know, see what happens. And I think that's it. That's all I had for today. Well, there's actually a lot more, but as I said, I don't have the time for this. But what I'm offering you is basically you can get the slides if you want to, and you can just bookmark this link. So it's like there's more information. It's very practical. So you have like the links with all the tools there. You can just, you know, try them out, real simple. I also had there like some chat examples, all of this, which I think could be useful. You have my contacts if you want to talk about this stuff, so you can actually, you know, put it to work for you. This is what I tell people. Like, I'm giving you the opportunity to get as much impact as you can today on your specific life, you know, as a single individual, not as the enterprise, not as future strategy or whatever. Actually do it today, you know, to make a positive impact.